What's going on, guys? Parker here, and I'm back with another video. And today I got our NCAA tournament bracket challenge video. So we're going to be filling out my personal bracket, and I'm going to be giving away $100 to the winner of our bracket challenge. So if you want to sign up and join my bracket challenge today, then it is the top link down below in the description. And yeah, I'm going to be doing an $100 giveaway. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to join the bracket challenge because we're going to have some fun stuff in there. Or not some fun stuff. We're going to have everybody's brackets in there. And like I said, $100 to the winner. And I'll do $50 to the second place finisher as well. So $150 in prizes. And if you want to sign up for my bracket challenge, then make sure to click the top link down below in the description. And also, real quick, before I do get into today's video, I did want to mention that Sleeper has a free Giannis Antetokounmpo square tonight for your users. So you can get access to this free square as well as a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100 with code FF23. That's code FF23. And the link to sign up for Sleeper today will be linked down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So, yeah, we got our bracket challenge here pulled up. I'm going to go move it to another screen so I can watch it as I do it. But yeah, let's go ahead and, fill this thing out. So first up top, we got Auburn versus the winner of Alabama State versus St. Francis. We're going to take Auburn there, obviously. I'm not going to be taking any 16s over 1s. I know it has happened in the past, but, I'm going to try and win my own bracket challenge, keep my money. I'm just playing. But, I mean, if I win, you never know. Louisville Creighton here. Battle versus two very good teams. Two teams that I think got underseeded, especially Louisville. Louisville got extremely underseeded, but I do like Creighton a lot. This one's really close for me. This is a tough pick, but I am going to take Louisville. I just think Chucky Hepburn's going to be able to play very well in this game and get the W. Next, we got the number one most popular upset pick here: Michigan versus UC San Diego. I just don't think UC San Diego is ready for this game, though. They have not played a power conference school all season long, and I do think that is key. I do think you need to be tested a couple times in non-conference schedule versus a power conference school, and they didn't play one all season long. There's their first tournament appearance. I think they're just extremely excited to be there. I'm going to take Michigan here. And also, Michigan has multiple 7-footers. It's just a bad matchup. Next, Texas A&M and Yale. Yale is a very fast-paced, exciting team. And I do want to see Danny Wolf versus Yale. However, I think Texas A&M is just so gritty. They can grind out games. They're going to find a way to win this one. Next, Ole Miss versus San Diego State or UNC. And either way here, San Diego State or UNC advancing because it's a combo pick pretty much. I'm going to take them winning over Ole Miss. Now, Ole Miss is a very good team in the SEC, but I do think one of these SEC teams will get upset at some point in the first round, and I'm picking Ole Miss to be that team. They are vulnerable. They have games where they struggle to score the ball. They also turn the ball over a lot. They don't turn the ball over a lot, sorry. But they just, I don't know. I got a feeling, and it just gives, this is one of those gut feeling picks, not much logic into it. My thing is, I think UNC is going to win that playing game, and then I think UNC will advance. UNC hasn't lost a first-round game outside of the COVID season in 25 years or something like that, so I just don't see them losing here. I think UNC getting in just gave them a new life. They're going to play fresh. They're more talented than Ole Miss. I think they're going to win. So Iowa State, Lipscomb. Lipscomb's not a great team. Iowa State's one of those ruggedy, slow the ball, slow the pace down teams. They'll be able to find a way here. Very chalk to start. I'm well aware of this region. I'm very chalk. We'll get some upsets in there. Trust me. Marquette versus New Mexico. New Mexico obviously has Donovan Dent. Sorry. Donovan Dent, one of the best guards in the country. Probably my favorite point guard in the country to watch. If you don't watch a lot of Mountain West basketball, Donovan Dent is extremely good. I'm going to take them to beat Marquette. There's a great guard matchup between Cam Jones and Donovan Dent, but I just like this New Mexico team. Patino's a great coach, obviously. Richard Pitino, not Rick. I like New Mexico here. Michigan State versus Bryant. We're taking Michigan State. I'm not going to talk much on that. And we're going to go round by round. We're not going to go like region by region. We're going to go round by round. So in the East region, We got Duke versus 16th seed. We're going to take Duke there. Mississippi State Baylor. This is a very interesting game. Baylor was a team who we, thought was going to be a lot better beginning of the season. They got VJ Edgecombe, obviously going to be one of the top picks in the draft. Mississippi State, led by Josh Hubbard, one of the better guards in the SEC. This is just a game I feel like Scott Drew, better coaching, is going to find a way to win this game. And I'd rather have a Duke Baylor matchup, to be honest. That feels like March. Oregon Liberty. Oregon, we know, just Dana Altman always wins games in March. I think he's going to find a way here. Also, Liberty shoots the three ball, top 10 in the country percentage wise, and also top 10 in attempts. They're a team that pretty much just chucks up a lot of threes. So I will say the formula to win those upset games a lot of times is that, but if they're not, hitting at 45% clip, they're going to lose this game. So I'll take Oregon. I'll take our odds there. Now, this game sucks because Akron, I would take Akron here in most circumstances, but I can't take them here against Arizona because everything Akron is good at, Arizona's just better at, and they're a better Akron. So it sucks because Akron's one of those teams. They're extremely quick. They push the pace, which is what Arizona wants to do. Arizona will love to push the pace with them, and the only difference is Akron's like the smallest team in the country, and Arizona has multiple 7-footers. So I'm going to take Arizona there. BYU VCU is an extremely interesting matchup. I see a lot of people liking BYU to go far in this tournament. I like VCU. This is a battle of offense, defense. VCU's defense is elite, and we know a lot of these, teams that know how to grind out games can win these first few rounds of March. I like VCU here. VCU is always competitive in the tournament when they're in. I like them to beat BYU here. Wisconsin, Montana. I'm taking Wisconsin. I'm not going to talk much. Wisconsin, very good team. Don't know a ton about Montana. Not going to act like I do. Wisconsin, John Tonji, very exciting team there. St. Mary's, Vandy. So St. Mary's, slowest paced team in the country. We are well aware of that, just about. Slowest paced good team, at least. Vanderbilt had a ton of big wins in the SEC this year. They are a good team, and I think they're going to find a way here. The SEC was shown to be, was proven to be by far the toughest conference in the country this year. It showed by, I think did they get 14 teams in the tournament, I believe? Something like that. So just extremely good conference. Vanderbilt's been tested all year. They've won big games. Kentucky comes to mind immediately. I know they've won I think they beat Florida. I'm not positive on that. Don't trademark me on that, but they won a lot of big games in the SEC. Give me Vanderbilt. Alabama, Robert Morris, give me Alabama there, obviously. And then we'll move to the West region. Florida versus Norfolk State. We got Florida there. UConn, Oklahoma. I don't think this Oklahoma team is that great. I think they got overseeded. Like, they were on the bubble for a lot of this. And then the SEC tournament, they won a game, and then they just lost to Kentucky in the second round. They lost to Kentucky, and, they didn't make much noise in the SEC tournament. Now, I know Kentucky got lucky and pulled that out with a buzzer beater by Otega Owe. So I am a Kentucky fan, by the way. Give me UConn there. I'm going to trust the defending 2-time national champions to just get a win in this. So give me UConn there. Memphis, Colorado State. Tyrese Hunter is still in a walking boot. It's looking like he likely does not play. Colorado State team knows how to control the pace. Memphis has been, prone to some upset losses in recent years. Give me Colorado State here. I like this Colorado State team. Them as a 12 seed is sneaky. I thought they would have got a higher seed than that. Them as a 12 is weird, but give me Colorado State there. Maryland, Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is a very good mid-major team, and I am very tempted to take this game here, to take Grand Canyon to win here. Grand Canyon, I'm not going to act like I watched them all season long. However, I did watch their semifinal and final game of their conference tournament. This team can play. They got size, which a lot of mid-majors don't have. However, Derek Queen and Maryland are very good. I don't want to be too chalky, but I'm just looking. One of these 13, 14 seasons is going to win. Give me Grand Canyon. I got Grand Canyon here. Give it to me. Next, Missouri, Drake. Drake was the popular pick for upsets last year. Very popular for upsets last year. This Missouri team is very good, though. Drake didn't come through last year. I don't think they're going to come through this year. Tucker DeVries obviously is gone. Give me Missouri here. Next, Texas Tech, UNC Wilmington. Texas Tech, one of my favorite teams in the country. Give me Texas Tech. Kansas, Arkansas. Now, this is a battle right here. John Calipari versus Bill Self. Two Hall of Fame coaches, two of the top 10 to 15 coaches of all time. I know Cal, people say what they want to say about X's and O's and stuff, but the guy, produces. It doesn't matter. I know he has the best talent in the country a lot of seasons. However, he does produce wins. And yeah. So Kansas, Arkansas, this Kansas team has been looking just awful the last couple months of the season. Arkansas gets Boogie Flam back. Arkansas also has looked very good, kind of, for the last 2 months. Ever since they beat Kentucky, they've kind of looked really good. So give me Arkansas to win this game. St. John's, Omaha, and the end of Hunter Dickinson's college career. Thank God. It's not that I hate Hunter Dickinson. It's just the dude has been in college for 25 years, something like that. St. John's versus Omaha. Give me St. John's. They've looked arguably the best team in the country for a good chunk of the season. Them as the last two seeds kind of crazy to me, but yeah, give me St. John's there. Houston, we're taking the 1 seeds. Houston wins that. Gonzaga, Georgia. This Gonzaga team was looking like they were going to be, a top tier team when they, blew Baylor out on the opening game of the season. I thought this Gonzaga team was really legit. It was going to win a lot of games. However, they had a little bit of a down season. It's not that they were bad by any means, but they just weren't what we exactly expected. But I do think they're going to get past a tough Georgia team here. Ryan Nembhard, arguably the best point guard in the country. Yeah, you got some good players on that team as well. Give me Gonzaga there. Clemson, McNeese State. This is a very popular upset pick. McNeese State, obviously led by Will Wade. But give me Clemson. I just really like Clemson. I like this Clemson team a lot. They're extremely physical. They can defend. They can score. They can play at any different pace that you want to play at. I think they're going to win this one. Purdue High Point. Now, if this was a different 13, I would probably take Purdue to lose because we know outside of last season, Purdue is very, very, very prone to choking games. However, this High Point team I don't think is great. Give me Purdue to win this game here. Illinois versus the winner of Texas, Xavier. This is extremely interesting because if Texas beats Xavier, I kind of think Texas is going to beat Illinois. However, if Xavier beats Texas, I don't really think they're going to beat Illinois. So this is tough. This Texas team has been proven all season long. Give me Texas. Outside of the Terrence Shannon Jr. season as well, Illinois has been prone to, not the best finishes in the tournament. So give me Texas to move on. That is Texas. However, if Xavier advances and they beat Illinois, then it's still a dub for me. Kentucky, Troy. Give me Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky fan. I will not be betting them to lose in the first round. Don't get started in the comments on that. I know we've lost in the first round last year as a 3 seed. Or were we a 2 seed last year? No, we were a 3 seed. 3 years ago, we lost in the first round as a 2 seed. Different coach. Yeah. UCLA, Utah State. This Utah State team is good. They got a lot of size on their team. They can really play. UCLA has been a very good team all year long. They've been, a defensive-minded team, but this is one of the toughest picks for me in the first round. It's two teams that have very similar play styles. They want to crash the boards, out-rebound the other team. They want to be solid defensively. But give me Utah State. I don't know. I'm still thinking Mick Cronin. He hasn't had success much lately in the tournament, but this Utah State team is good, but they're not as good as they were last year. They don't have Great Azawar. I think that's how you say his name. Give me Utah State. I still like Utah State here. Tennessee versus Wofford. Give me Tennessee. Even though this is a game where I could very see that two. If a 2 seed loses, it's going to be Tennessee. We all know that Tennessee chokes. But next game, Auburn, Louisville. Matchup between two very good teams. Louisville, like I said, I thought should have been like a 6 seed, not an 8. They definitely got underseeded, and that's coming from a Kentucky fan. So I'm not lying there when I say they definitely were underseeded because I definitely could say, it was perfect seeding for that team in Louisville. But I got Auburn. I don't think they're going to lose before the Sweet 16. This team has been the best team in the country all season long, outside the last week and a half. Give me Auburn there. Michigan, Texas A&M. I like Buzz Williams a lot. He's a hell of a coach. Dusty May, also a hell of a coach. So this is a battle between two great coaches. But give me Buzz Williams and Texas A&M to move on. I'm gonna uh, stop giving as much analysis as I was giving in the first game round, so we can get through this bracket a little bit faster. Iowa State versus UNC is what this bracket is telling me. And I got UNC making it to the Sweet 16. This is pure gut. This is pure what jerseys they're wearing. And this is pure I want to see Michigan State versus North Carolina in the Sweet 16. I know that I'm well aware that Iowa State is a better team than North Carolina right now. However, Iowa State is not a good offensive team. If they struggle offensively and North Carolina hangs around, I trust RJ Davis to make big plays late. He's terrifying. I know he has absolutely horrible games sometimes, but he is terrifying because he can get hot at any moment and can make huge shots. So give me North Carolina and then give me Michigan State over New Mexico. Michigan State, I think, has arguably been playing like the best team in the country, outside of losing in the Big Ten tournament. Outside of that, they've arguably looked like the best team in the country. Next, we got Duke versus Baylor. Give me Duke here. This Baylor team underperformed all season long. Duke has Duke, another team, been one of the best teams in the country. They got Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag should definitely be back for the Baylor game, so give me Duke there. Oregon, Arizona. This is a Pac-12 reunion game here. Obviously, neither team is in the Pac-12 anymore. RIP the Pac-12. I kind of miss the Pac-12 because the conference realignment stuff is weird, seeing UCLA, Wisconsin in the conference tournament. I like Oregon here. Oregon's a better team. Oregon's got elite guard play. Arizona is one Caleb Love, cold game away from getting eliminated in the first round. So give me Oregon there. VCU, Wisconsin. This Wisconsin team is good. Don't get me wrong. This Wisconsin team is very good offensively. However, I think VCU slows them down, and I think VCU keeps this game close, and I like VCU to win this game. They're going to be my double-digit seed in the Sweet 16 that I got so far. I like VCU. I like them to play well. We got 2 11 seeds, actually, in the top bracket going to the Sweet 16, and I think it happens this year. Because, like I said, it's always – this stuff's going to happen. Alabama, Vanderbilt, battle of 2 SEC teams. Alabama's winning. Alabama's the much better team here. It's not even close. Alabama will shoot them out of the gym on a neutral site. Florida, UConn. Now, do I trust Florida or do I trust the 2-time defending national champs? I want to trust. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is going pure gut. Also, I kind of don't want to have a perfect bracket because I want to give money away. I don't really want to win my bracket challenge. So, give me UConn, baby. Give me UConn headed to the Sweet 16. And then we got another double-digit matchup, Colorado State versus Grand Canyon. Give me Colorado State to head to the Sweet 16 and face off versus UConn. Now, that is not a actually, it is kind of a matchup we've seen in the tournament because not the same school, but Mountain West school, San Diego State versus UConn in the national championship game, which is crazy to think about. I forgot that San Diego State was in the national championship game. And that just tells you that year, I think they were both a 4 and a 5. UConn was a 4. San Diego State was a 5. The chalky shit doesn't happen that much. So I know everybody's saying this year is going to be a chalky year, but it just doesn't happen that much. So I like to have fun with my bracket. I don't want to sit here and go 1, 1, 2. Yep. No. Texas Tech, Missouri. Battle between two teams once again. Very solid. Missouri had a great season in the SEC. They had a lot of losses, however, because obviously they were in the SEC and they all beat up on each other. Texas Tech, JT Toppin, one of the best players in the country. I think they get it done. I like this Texas team a lot. Texas Tech team a lot. I told you guys that. So give me Texas Tech. Arkansas versus St. John's. Now, do I want to pick Arkansas here? Yes. Am I going to? No. St. John's has looked so good. Patino's got those boys ready. Patino is a better coach than John Calipari, even though as much as that hurts me to say, as John Calipari is my childhood coach. He's the only coach I've ever known at Kentucky till this year. 22 years old. He took over when I was 6. So Give me St. John's to beat Arkansas there. Next, we got Houston Gonzaga. Houston Gonzaga. Now, I really want to take this. I really want to take Gonzaga to beat them. I'm not gonna lie. Texas A&M took them to triple or double, something like that. Crazy amount of overtimes last year, or maybe it was one overtime. I'm tripping, but I know Texas A&M played Houston extremely close last year as an 8 seed in the 8-1 game. This Gonzaga team is not a normal 8 seed. This 8 seed Gonzaga team can play. This 8 seed Gonzaga team is good, and I'm gonna take them to advance to the Sweet 16. Clemson, Purdue, two different play styles here. Purdue plays no defense whatsoever. Clemson's an extremely tough-nosed team. Give me Clemson. They're going to out-physical Purdue, and they're going to win this game. Texas or Xavier versus Kentucky. Either way, if it's Texas, Kentucky, which is what I'm basing this off of, I think they split in the regular season. Both won on their home floor. They beat Kentucky, though. I will say, non-objective here. Non-objective. They beat Kentucky in a game. Kentucky had absolutely no guards on the floor. I know Kerr Krissa, I know Jackson Robinson are out for the season. Lamont Butler will be back, which is huge. He'll be able to wreak havoc on Texas. So give me Kentucky there. Tennessee, Utah State. There's a classic game. Tennessee will usually choke. However, I want to see Kentucky, Tennessee for the third time. Tennessee is a very, very, what's it called? What's what I'm looking for? Tennessee's a very good team. They play at a very slow pace, and I just think they're better at doing what Utah State wants to do than Utah State is at doing it. Like, they're very similar in play styles, and when teams are very similar in how they play, it's hard to play a different way against a team, and when they are similar in how they play, usually the team that has more talent and is the better team at it wins that game. So give me Tennessee. So we're done with the Sweet 16. Time to move on to the Elite 8. Auburn versus Texas A&M. SEC matchup where Texas A&M beat Auburn just a couple weeks ago. However, I like this Auburn team a lot. I think this Auburn team is very, very good, and I think that Auburn advances. Now, UNC versus Michigan State. I believe I'm about to look it up real quick. Michigan State UNC 2024. I believe they played last year in the tournament. They did. Okay, yeah. UNC won 85-69. However, that was a different year where, Michigan State was the 9 seed and North Carolina was a 1 seed. So that was a completely different year. Give me Michigan State here, though. They're a much better team all around. I just think the odds are in their favor to win this game. Duke versus Oregon. So Oregon, Dana Altman, we know, is one of the best coaches in the country in March. John Shire has yet to prove himself fully in March yet. This Duke team is so freaking talented. I'm well aware of that. Cooper Flag, obviously. But I want to be fun with my bracket, and I like Oregon. I like this Oregon team a lot. They have, they've played well in years past, and this team has a lot of those same guys from last year and stuff. And I really like Oregon in this game. Now, is Duke probably going to win? Hell yeah, they probably are going to win. I'm blanking on Oregon's guard's name. Jackson Shellstat. Sorry, I was blanking on his name. Little guard number 3. He's extremely good. Really knows how to control the pace, and guards win in the tournament. I think, Duke's, if there's one thing Duke's not, amazing at, it's not that they're bad, but their guard play, get a bucket from a guard is not the best compared to the rest of their team. Their strengths are their shooters and Kneppel. Flag obviously is just a freak, but he's not your prototypical March Madness point guard. So yeah, give me Oregon there. VCU, Alabama. I think Alabama will be able to control this game because VCU just can't score with Alabama. Alabama's going to put up their 80. They're going to get 80 points on whoever. So you got to be able to score 85, 90. And VCU is not able to do that. And VCU will slow them down. Like, they'll probably hold them 75, 80, but I just don't think VCU can get to 76 points, So give me Alabama there. UConn versus Colorado State. Give me UConn to advance to the Elite 8 for the 3rd straight year. UConn's just a better team than Colorado State. UConn's very well coached. We know Danny Hurley. Texas Tech versus St. John's. Now, St. John's, Rick Pitino's got this team playing amazing. RJ Lewis Jr., absolute dog. This team's very fun to watch. Give me St. John's to win it, and that'll be an extremely nice matchup if we get that. Clemson Gonzaga. Clemson Gonzaga here. So this is a really good game. You got Clemson, uh, a team I like a lot. Gonzaga, a team that I don't like a ton this season for how they've played. They definitely should be a lot better than they are. And I like Clemson here to advance to two straight Elite Eights. I really do. Call me crazy, but I think this Clemson team can play with anybody, honestly. And I think they've proven all year long that they're a really good team. So give me Clemson there. And this is, a team that brought back a lot of those guys that went to the Elite Eight last year. They got experience. Give me Clemson. Kentucky, Tennessee, a matchup in the regular season we saw twice. Kentucky won both of those games. I like Kentucky here. I do. I think Tennessee, obviously, is the better team on paper in terms of how they played all season long. However, Kentucky already beat them twice. Kentucky knows how to speed them up. Tennessee struggles to, Kentucky's like Alabama. They're going to get to their 80 points no matter what. You got to score 81. And I don't think Tennessee is going to be able to do that. They haven't been able to show they've been able to do that. And if Lamont Butler plays, I got Kentucky beating Tennessee. So now we're on to the Elite Eight games. Auburn, Michigan State. Oh, boy. This is a matchup. This is a matchup of two heavyweights. Bruce Pearl versus Tom Izzo. This Auburn team's been so damn good all year. Chad Baker Mazzara, Janai Broom, elite guard play as well. Give me Auburn. I like this Auburn team a lot. I think they're extremely good. Give me Auburn there. Then we got Oregon versus Alabama. Alabama could go back to go to two straight Final Fours, but I don't think it's happening. I think this Oregon team is very, very good, and I think they're going to be able to get the job done. They got that unique style where they can play both elite offense and elite defense. They're good at both. They can slow Alabama down. They could get into a track meet with Alabama. Give me Oregon to win that one. UConn versus St. John's for the third time, or is it the fourth time? I'm about to look it up. Would this be the fourth matchup? I'm about to look it up. UConn versus St. John's history. Okay, so they played through twice this season, and UConn lost both of those games. I think it's going to happen for a third time. I got St. John's going to the Final Four. I got UConn losing in the Elite Eight. So the defending national champs will not go three for the three-peat. They're going to lose in the Elite Eight. I do got them making a little bit of a Cinderella run, but I got them losing eventually. Kentucky Clemson, we already saw this matchup in the regular season. It was at the very beginning of the year. Clemson did win. I'm going to see the score of that game. I don't remember the score. 70-66. Yes, I do remember that. Ian Shefflin played very well. They were just balanced all around. This is a game. That was probably the game Kentucky struggled the most offensively all season long. 70-66 was the final. Yeah, that was definitely probably the most Kentucky struggled defensively all season long. But I do think Kentucky gets over the hump, and I do think they make the Final Four. Now, is that biased as a Kentucky fan? Probably yes, and that's why this is my bracket. This is not expert analysis bracket. This is my bracket. Do I know a lot about college basketball? Hell yeah. Am I still making this bracket probably 60% heart, 40% logic with everything? Yes, of course. So give me Kentucky there. So we got a Final Four of a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 3. We got Auburn, St. John's, and then we got Oregon, Kentucky. So Auburn, St. John's here. This Auburn team, like I said, has been the best team, the most consistent team all season long. This St. John's team is tough. They're extremely tough. They're hard-nosed. This game's going to be low scoring, but I like Auburn. Oh, do I like Auburn? I like St. John's. I do. I just keep thinking about St. John's and how much I've watched them play this year. And this team can play any style, and they can beat anybody on any given night, and it might be destiny this year. Give me St. John's. And then we got Oregon versus Kentucky. Oregon, obviously, like I've talked about a lot, they can play different styles of basketball. Kentucky's kind of a one-trick pony. they try and win, they won't try and win a track meet, just like Alabama. They're very similar. And I think that this is a tough game for both teams. I think both teams, there's a good matchup. I think it would be a very close game, but I do think that the Oregon Ducks would win it. As much as I want to just put Kentucky, St. John's, I'm going to use a little logic. I'm not going to put my team in the championship. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think they will at least win 2 games. So mine's not that crazy having them win 4 because they have a pretty easy road to the Sweet 16. So give me Oregon there. And then a St. John's Oregon final. This is going to be a good game. And if Oregon loses to Liberty, I'm absolutely cooked, chat. Chat, I'm cooked if they lose to Liberty. But give me St. John's. Give me St. John's to be the national champions. How many total points will be scored? We're going to say 141 because St. John's is a very, very good defensive team. And yeah, we're going to say 141 because let's think. It would be like 63-58 with like 3 minutes to go. That's 121. And then like foul game, it'll get to like 74-67 St. John's final. Give me St. John's to win it. I got St. John's cutting down the nets over Oregon in the finals. So yeah, that's my bracket, guys. That's my bracket. I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you want to see more content from me moving forward, I post sports betting plays every single day. This is just, a March Madness video because March Madness is here. So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to leave a comment on this video down below because all those things really help the channel out a ton and really help push my content out to more and more people each and every single day. So I really would appreciate it. And yeah, guys, that's really all I got for today's video. I hope you all did enjoy. And make sure, sorry. I didn't mention again. Make sure to join this ESPN bracket challenge, Fields Focus bracket challenge with the top link down below in the description. But without further ado, guys, I will see you on the next one. See you guys.